Zhang Jinglu smiled and said arrogantly, "Because I have a magical medicine, as long as I give it to the patient will recover soon." After speaking, he carefully took out half a crystal-clear pill from the medicine cabinet. Holding the pill, Zhang Jinglu looked arrogantly and said, "Look, this is the magical medicine I developed. After eating it, let alone a spinal injury, it is nothing to say to restore a vegetative person to normal." Claire, who has been crying silently, couldn't help but ask, "Does this medicine really work?" "Of course," Zhang Jinglu said with a proud face, stroking his beard, "I am the world's #1 magic drug maker. It was made with the essence of life and painstaking effort by an expert with great magical powers before driving to the West. Priceless. If it weren't for Mr. Gao's face, I would never take this medicine out." Charlie looked at the half pill in Zhang Jinglu's hand, and he was immediately happy. Isn't this just the semi-finished products that he prepared to heal Jacob? This medicinal property is actually 1/10 of the actual finished product. Although it is not bad, it is no problem for general injuries and serious illnesses, but it is a bit less potent. It was also fortunate that Zhang Jinglu treated it like a treasure, and even took it out carefully, for fear that it would be broken and damaged. But in Charlie's eyes, this medicine is a gadget he refining at will, as much as he wants. Thinking of this, he sneered even more. If it were the magic medicine that he refined for the second time, it could indeed heal the old master's spine and make him recover as before. However, this half-finished product in Zhang Jinglu's hands is definitely not good. So Charlie couldn't help but shook his head and said, "Forget it, Dr. Zhangjing, you can't cure father-in-law's disease with your medicine." Gao Zhenwei next to him immediately sarcastically said, "Charlie, how you dare to question the authority of Dr. Zhangjing here?" Zhang Jinglu seemed to hear a big joke, and said, "Boy, what do you know? Even the famous traditional medicine expert Tianqi, his injuries were cured by my magic medicine. This traditional medicine leader is convinced that it's ridiculous that you can't say it's a suspicious magic drug." When this word came out, everyone present was shocked. Who is Tianqi? He is the undisputed expert of the traditional medicine circle. He has extremely superb medical skills and he has treated countless people throughout his life. Even if you are rich and powerful, it is difficult to invite him out. But now, he was helpless with his own body, but the magical medicine developed by the magical Dr. Zhangjing was directly cured? But Charlie said that the medicine was not effective at this moment. Isn't this a joke? After hearing this, Elaine was furious and immediately cursed, "Charlie, you are a useless rubbish. What kind of stuff you are, don't you know it?" As she said, the more she looked at Charlie, the more displeased she was, and she said, "Don't be here to delay the treatment by Dr. Zhangjing. Hurry up." Charlie frowned. At the same time, he couldn't help but slander in his heart. Could it be that Zhang Jinglu was the first to buy the medicine from Irvin Jones? If this is the case, the one who resold one of the medicines to Tianqi at a high price of 5 million is probably also him. It seems that Zhang Jinglu is still a profitable businessman in his bones. This Gao Zhenwei invited him out of the mountain for fear that he did not spend less. At this time, Gao Zhenwei also thought he had grasped Charlie's handle, and sneered, "Charlie, you are a rubbish, and you can't help with anything. You are quite nonsense?" As he said, he pretended to suddenly realize, and said, "Oh, I can understand it. You question the genius Dr. Zhangjing. You don't want to see Uncle Wilson heal. Hee, am I talking nonsense?" Charlie can tolerate the unreasonable troubles of his mother-in-law, but it does not mean that he also puts Gao Zhenwei in his eyes, and immediately sneered, "I know Tianqi, why haven't I heard him say that his illness was cured by this idiot?" Gao Zhenwei laughed and said, "Charlie, you are really funny when you talk, and you know Tianqi. Why don't you say that you know the President of the United States?" When Zhang Jinglu heard Charlie say that he was a shish tea quack, his face was also very ugly. Afterwards, he reprimanded with the appearance of an expert, "You young man, you are not very capable, and your tone is not small. It is estimated that you have never read a medical book, and dare you to say that I am a quack?" As he said, he pointed at Charlie arrogantly and said, "You, apologize to me now. Otherwise, I won't save this patient." Elaine paled with fright, and blurted out, "Charlie, do you want to kill my husband? What is your intention? Do you want to kill my husband first, and then kill me, you? To monopolize our property?" Charlie's face was green. "I monopolize your property? Does your family have any property? Your family is now, I'm afraid it won't even be able to take out a few million. Just an ordinary 3-bedroom apartment, is it worth my exclusive possession? Charlie doesn't know how to spend tens of billions in the bank, and there are 100 million checks honored by Warnya in his pocket. She says he wants to monopolize the family's property? It's really the biggest joke in the world." Gao Junwei also added fuel and jealousy to the side. "Auntie, I think this Charlie is indeed plotting wrong. You must take precautions. Otherwise, in the future, you will really be trapped by such a white-eyed wolf." Claire couldn't help but said, "Charlie, let the genius Dr. Zhongjing try." Unexpectedly, the genius Dr. Zhongjing was forced by this fashion, and coldly snorted, "Boy, if you don't kneel and kowtow to me today, this patient, he really won't be cured." Unexpectedly, as soon as he finished saying this, a cold voice suddenly sounded from outside the door. "Who is it that dared to let Mr. Wade kneel down for him?" "You are impatient.